Hi friends! Thank you so much for joining me today for another video. I'm very glad to be here and I am so happy to be talking to you again about makeup, of course. So today I'll be talking about the Colourpop Supernova Shadows. These are very beautiful metallic / glittery liquid eyeshadows and they are from Colourpop, as I mentioned, and I have them on my eyes, or I have one of them on my eyes right now, and I just wanted to give a quick review and swatch them for you guys and just talk about these because these are the newest products that Colourpop came out with. So, if you're interested in hearing what I have to say from my first impressions, as well as looking at the swatches and etc., then keep on watching. Oh, real quick before we jump right in, if you are new, welcome! I'm so excited to have you here with me today, and I do encourage you to join the Breath of Beauty family because we are a good bunch. Alright, let's get on with it. Okay, so I have all 5 colors, I believe, that Colourpop came out with. I purchased them for $7 each, which is a really good deal. If you guys are familiar with the Stila liquid eyeshadows that are like super glittery and beautiful, they're $20 a pop, which is way more than $7. So I was really excited when I saw that Colourpop came out with metallic, beautiful, glittery liquid eyeshadows that are only $7. So I ended up purchasing all of them just to see, what the colors look like, and I don't know, I just wanted all of them. So unfortunately, I can't compare it to the Stila Magnificent, I think that's what it's called, liquid eyeshadows, because I haven't tried them yet. Because of the high price point, I was always reluctant to buy a $20 liquid eyeshadow. I don't know, I feel like I could buy a $20 liquid lipstick once in a while, but for some reason, I was not able to bring myself to purchase a $20 Stila liquid eyeshadow. I will not be able to compare them side by side. If you were looking for that, I am sorry, but I am really excited to go on and swatch these for you guys anyway. Before I do that though, I'm gonna share quick thoughts just by doing my makeup just now and using them on my eyes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they look a little bit patchy. One huge thing is that these dry super fast. Like, you gotta work like a ninja to get these blended out to the shape that you want it to be or the location you want it to go, because otherwise, like, given like 10 seconds later, it's gonna dry and it's gonna stay put. It's not gonna move. Like, look, I'm like touching it and it's not moving. It's like barely has any residue on my fingers. It's gonna require you to work super duper fast, and if you try to layer it on, like I tried to layer it on earlier, and I actually had to kind of remove it and start over because it kind of clumped up. The dried shadow underneath was like flaking off and clumping up with the second layer of glitter, so I don't recommend layering them. Just use one layer and just try to work as fast as you can, because I honestly didn't have the easiest time working with this product because I didn't really know that it was going to dry down so fast. And once it dries down, it does not move. The pros are definitely that the eyeshadow just stays there. It does not move. I can see this being a super long wearing eyeshadow. And later when I swatch the shadows on my hands, I will definitely give them a rub and see if any come off, or how the staying power is, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really awesome staying power product. So I do want to mention that the packaging is kind of similar to just a lot of Colourpop packaging. It has the Colourpop logo on it. It has what the product name is on the tube itself and has like a metal finish, silver handle. And when you pull out the handle from the tube, it's basically like a doe foot applicator, only it's flat. And my only gripe about this is that there's a lot of concentrated product on the flat surfaces and not much at the tip of the surface. And this is hard for me because, I don't know about you guys, I use the tip of the doe foot applicator to create sharp lines. And if there's not a lot of product at the tip of the applicator, it makes it really hard for me to create this cut crease, sharp lined look, because, any look that requires sharp lines, I'm going to need some product to be at the top of the doe foot applicator. So yeah, it was a little bit hard when I was trying to create sharp lines with this doe foot applicator. It kind of like created little like streaks that was above the line that I wanted to go because it was like transferring. It was just really hard for me to create sharp lines with this. Maybe you guys are more skilled and more able, so you won't have that issue. But yes, I did find that it was a little bit difficult to create sharp lines with this particular applicator, just in the way that it picks up product from the tube and how it distributes it on your lid. Yeah, it was not the easiest, I gotta admit. As for the opacity, these are amazing. They're like literally like liquid glitter on your eyes, or liquid metallic shadow on your eyes. They look really amazing. The color payoff is really great. I just don't know if, you know, the patchiness is, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit patchy, and that was a little bit disappointing for me. Maybe it was in the way that it dried and I was trying to like move the product really quickly that the patchiness kind of showed up. But maybe if you were to just do one continuous swipe and kind of before it dries down work it a little bit, maybe the patchiness won't be there. And granted, I only did use one color, so yeah, I don't know. But honestly, you can't really beat $7 for glittery, beautiful, metallic liquid eyeshadows. So if you are able to put a little more effort into, you know, placing the color wherever you want it to go and just working quickly with it, then I think it's a totally awesome product. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for what I think about these shadows for now, for my first impression. I'm really excited to continue using these in my looks, my holiday looks coming up. I could see this being incredibly beautiful in my holiday looks. So I am really excited again to try these and continue using them and kind of formulate my opinions and mature my opinions a little bit more. But first impression is that its staying power is amazing. It kind of is hard to work with because it dries so fast. Just might experience a little bit of patchiness, whether that's because of the quick drying nature of this product or not, I don't know. But a little bit of patchiness might be experienced, especially if you use a brush. It will be really hard because I tried using a brush for this eye and distributing the product that way from, you know, taking a brush, putting it on the doe foot applicator, and then trying to, you know, distribute the product onto my eye. It was a little bit difficult and I experienced more patchiness because from the motion of you dipping your brush onto the doe foot applicator and applying it to your eye, that takes longer than taking the actual applicator onto your eye. And because of it taking more time, it dries faster, right? So while you're trying to apply it and going in this back and forth motion with your brush and going between the doe foot applicator and your eye, the shadow ends up drying out a lot faster before you could finish applying it. And then you kind of get this balled up glitter effect a little bit, and it's not that cute. It doesn't look like that smooth, glittery, metallic surface that most people would want. I found that applying it with a brush was a little bit tricky. Maybe if you took like a whole glob of the glitter onto your brush and kind of spread it out on your eye, it might work better, but working a little bit by bit from the doe foot applicator to the brush didn't really work that well for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as skilled. Maybe you guys can do that and be perfectly fine. But that's what I found. Okay, so I think those are all my thoughts in a nutshell. So we can move on to what everybody's waiting for, the swatches. So let's move on. I'm just going to quickly tell you what shades I have. I have Hard to Impress, Dragon, Firecracker, Walk of Fame, and this is actually on my eyes right now. And finally, Moonlit. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch all of them on the back of my hand now. Okay, I'm gonna start out with the shade Hard to Impress. It's really pretty. It's almost like a reddish, burnt orange, coppery shade, and it's more metallic. I wonder if the glitter is gonna show through, but it's super pretty. Let's swatch it. Wow. Guys, isn't that beautiful? This is definitely more metallic than glittery. It's very opaque and I don't seem to see any patchiness with this. Yeah, like maybe you use the doe foot applicator and just like kind of spread out the product on your eyes and you might not experience patchiness, or maybe it's because it's not as glittery of a shade, but it is super gorgeous, very, very opaque. The color is so intensely packed and the shine is amazing on this one, so I really love this color. The next one is called Firecracker, and this is more like almost like a cranberry metallic shadow. I can definitely see almost like a berry hued cranberry color, so I'm gonna swatch this on my hand right here. Ooh, that spreads so nice. Maybe a little bit patchy. You guys see like a little bit of patchiness right there? Yeah, I don't know. It's a tiny bit patchy here, but otherwise in the areas where it's not patchy, like it looks like really opaque, very beautiful, very shiny. Again, this isn't as glittery. The glitter's a little more fine milled and very, very beautiful. This has amazing reflective qualities, but yeah, tiny bit of patchiness seen right up here, and maybe that's the applicator. Yeah, I think the product itself is not super patchy, but the applicator might be making it patchy. You know what I mean? So I think it's really beautiful, but you might have to work a little bit to make sure the color isn't patchy on your eyes with the applicator. Just make sure you're spreading around the product evenly. Alright, so the next shade is what I have on my eyes. It's called Walk of Fame. It's almost that golden, coppery, beautiful, like orange hued, but more orange gold color, and it's so gorgeous. I'm gonna try it on my hand and see how it comes out. Wow, look at that reflective quality, you guys. I'm actually not seeing much patchiness. So I think the trick to this product is you take the doe foot applicator, keep it flat on your eye, and really just like in a windshield wiper motion, spread out the product evenly on your eye. Then you might not experience the difficulties that I did. If you're applying the product onto your eye like I did on my hand, it looks beautiful, right? You don't really see much patchiness at all on this one. I just kind of did like a continuous swipe on my hand, and maybe that'll work better for your eyes if you did the same for your eyes, you know, just in a little more controlled manner, of course. Color is gorgeous. It's amazing. It's almost like a rose goldish hue now that I look at it. This is definitely the chunkiest glitter. It's most glittery, very, very shiny and beautiful. As you can see on my eyes, it looks, you know, very, very glittery. I think this is much more glittery than the other two shades that I swatched, and it's beautiful, and it's got that perfect holiday color, right? The perfect glitter for that holiday look. This look would have looked really good with a red lip, and there you go. There's your Christmas / holiday look. So yeah, I really, really like this one as well. Okay, I'm kind of running out of room on my hand. I should have made the swatches a little smaller, but I wanted to see how evenly it spread out on my hand, so that's okay. The next shade I'm gonna swatch is called Moonlit. It's very beautiful. It's got that purplish, pinkish, amazingness yeah, in a tube, and I'm gonna swatch this on my hand and just see how it goes. Wow, look at that. Look at that, you guys. That is beautiful. It's very iridescent and amazing, like a shimmery purpley pink. More purple though than pink, and it definitely has two dimensions to it. It's very, very iridescent, and you see more fine glitters in this one as well. It's not as chunky as this Walk of Fame shade, but it's very metallic, very beautiful, very opaque. Color payoff is amazing. I don't see patchiness with this one at all. I think it's in the technique. You just have to make sure, again, you're evenly spreading out the color on your eye in a very gentle manner, of course, but in more of like a spreading butter action. Okay, the final color I'm gonna swatch is a very beautiful, almost yellowy, burnt orange, coppery color. This color looks really similar to this Walk of Fame color. If you put them side by side, they're pretty similar, only this gives you more of like a golden, yellowy hued tone to it than this one. Maybe this one is like more of that rose goldish, pale gold color, and this one has definitely more of a yellow tones to it, maybe even more coppery. So let's swatch it. I'm gonna swatch it right here, and we'll see how beautiful it is. Ooh, you know what? In the tube, it looks kind of like a yellowy gold-ish color, but actually on my hand, it looks kind of like it has a bit of a bronze hue to it. This one is a little patchy, if you can see here. It's a tiny bit patchy. You can see here in the bottom too. It's not as great as like some of these other colors that I swatched. This one is the patchiest by far, so that's kind of sad. But nonetheless, where I see the color is opaque, it's very beautiful. I just see a lot more patchiness with this one. Maybe it's because I just pulled it out of a tube. I could try swatching it again. I think that's much better than what we saw here, but I still see a little bit of patchiness like in the middle here. I'm kind of sad to see that it's a little patchy, but it is definitely improved after I pulled it out of the tube the first time. The opacity of the color definitely improved a lot because I think the applicator kind of got, you know, a little more drenched in the product and it picked it up better, but I still see a bit of patchiness, which is a little bit disappointing. But nonetheless, it is a gorgeous color, and for $7 you could work with this. If you really wanted to use this color, you can really work with it. It might take you a little bit more effort than you would like, but it's still a really gorgeous color, really affordable, and if you can work through the patchiness, it's a great product, right? So here are the 5 colors that I swatched for you guys. It dried down. Look at that. I'm like rubbing the back of my hand, and none of it is budging. Look, this one I just applied and it's not budging. You guys, this is amazing. There's like barely any transfer here. That is amazing. I think the staying power alone really wowed me. The fact that I can't move any of this around, that's really amazing. And they have great color payoff. So I think for $7, even though some of these are patchy, you could work with it and it's totally worth it because these look like they'll just stay on your eyes forever. Alright guys, so that is it for my thoughts, my swatches, and my review of the Colourpop Supernova liquid eyeshadows. I do think that these, for the price of $7, are amazing products. If they were a little more expensive, I don't know, because I might kind of dock it on the patchiness I saw in some of the shades. But I do really enjoy these colors, and I hope that they come out with more colors because I would be buying them regardless of the patchiness because I could work through it. And for $7, yeah, take my money any day. I do really enjoy these products. I can't wait to create more looks with them. If some of you guys have tried this product already, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me, disagree with me, or both? You know, it's just really fun to talk about makeup with you guys, and of course at the end of the day these are all our own opinions and we can all have our different preferences, so it's gonna be a really diverse set of opinions, of course. But I do really like this product. Hopefully you guys get to try it out if you're interested and I don't know, see what you think. I hope you found this review helpful and informative. I really did enjoy filming this review video for you guys. By the way, do you guys like my beanie? It's that time of the year when you're pulling out beanies and keeping warm because where I live, it's getting super duper cold. So gotta get my head warm and stay out of that cold zone, you know? Again, if you're new, don't forget to join the Breath of Beauty family. And also, if you do join, don't forget to click on the notification bell to make sure you're not missing out on any of my future videos because the YouTube world is huge. You have to have some way of finding your way back to me, so go do it. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat if you're at all curious about what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis and, you know, just get to know the more personal side of me, I guess. And yes, next I do have a natural glam look coming up. I just wanted to get this Colourpop review out as soon as I could, and so now I'm ready to film the natural glam look that Derry, I know you definitely requested, so stay tuned for that. Alright, with all of that said, remember you guys, you are beautiful, amazing, and marvelous, no matter what anybody else tries to tell you, and just remember that I'm always rooting for you, and I'm so grateful that we are friends. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll hopefully see you on my next one. Bye! Mwah!